welcome to my new session on economics chit chat. In today's session, we are going to talk about the recent meeting of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the US-India Business Council. It's quite an interesting meeting to understand from a development economics standpoint. Why? Because if you see today, after China, India has been constantly regarded as the most advanced and developing nation. Now, the world being against China and India trying to catch upon the chance to become the next nation, the next hub of manufacturing, this is the right chance and this is the right pitch that our Prime Minister has made in the US-India Business Council. If you look into the meeting highlights, it was very clearly mentioned that our Prime Minister wants the investments to be made in the sectors of healthcare, space, defense and agriculture. So he has identified the key areas of growth that are essential from the developmental economic standpoint. So in this session, we will try to understand the importance of this meeting towards the development phase altogether. Now, for any country, the first phase of development has always been agriculture, no doubt about it. But today, with the current scenario of technology challenging us every day, the need for upgradation coming every day, there is a huge amount of emphasis that has to be given on space, technology, infrastructure to a great extent. Now, if you look into the telecom sector itself, 5G is one of the biggest space. That's what Reliance has tried to capture, and they want to make a homegrown product into that area. So definitely, US companies would be trying to look into India in terms of telecom, infrastructure, space, telecommunications and all those factors. The reason being is that India having a large population base, automatically you can capture a bigger share of the market and there will be an easy penetration in terms of coming up with new ideas. Similarly, defense is a very interesting sector for development. As I have mentioned in my previous meetings or in the previous chit-chat sessions, that defense is an integrated sector for development, and that's exactly what our Prime Minister had also spoken in the meeting day before yesterday. He has also tried to tell about the factors what are essential. Why? Because when you start defense manufacturing in our country, hundreds and thousands of people will get employment, plus you can make yourself self-reliant at any given point of time. Now, when you look at the situation, the tension that arose between India and China some weeks back, automatically India upgraded its fighter jets by getting in the Rafale and showing China that we are no less to anybody in this world. So if we would have spent some years back in developing the avionics, that is the fighter jets and the necessary arms and ammunition, automatically India will prove itself to become the world's foremost in terms of defense. Similarly, if you look into space, we had made a considerable investment and tried to make ourselves very popular by the Chandrayaan and the other activities that have taken. Now, it is not just about the rocket launch, but it is about when we start getting investment into the space sector, automatically we would be probably able to harness the geospatial technologies. We might be able to do better in terms of telecom, better in terms of the satellite communications and different channels, weather, satellite mappings and so many other factors that can come out of the investment in space. India is not actually lacking in the space technology. India only needs a financial push and a technical support that can, promote India to the next level in space technology. So this is the right opportunity for India to go and talk to US and start building those core sectors of space and defense. because US also wants to expand. US wants a right partner who can shoulder with them in the growth, in the journey of success. US is also not happy with China in the way they have behaved, in the way they have shown their repercussions, especially during the COVID time. So India's right partner can be US, and US will also try to look into Indians, because 72% of the US workforce consists of Indians. So this would be the right time when US and India can focus and start building the best in terms of technology, the best in terms of convertible energy and other sectors altogether. Similarly, if you look into the healthcare sector, another area from the developmental economics, India has been one of the countries which has been constantly trying to do something in the healthcare. But after the COVID-19, it has been very clearly found that we are not adequately supported or adequately strengthened ourselves to handle any of the emergency situation. So this is the right time for India to join hands with the leaders in healthcare and start bringing upgraded technology using artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and probably the most advanced technology, so that in future any kind of emergencies land up, India is self-reliant to protect its citizens. So this is the right time, this is the right situation where India needs to concentrate and start promoting their developmental story altogether. Similarly, if you start looking into agriculture, what has been the story of India in terms of agriculture is that we have only been trying to promote the farmers by giving some small incentives, but we are not really focused on those hybrid seed variety or on the hybrid growth altogether. But in US, what happened is that when they started promoting agri and the agro-processed industry, they understood that incentive to the farmers comes only through production, not just through finance. So this is one model that India needs to learn from US. India needs to understand that moment we start promoting agriculture and promoting the farmers altogether, we need to promote the productional concept on. Then only we will be able to grow further, and the sector will also contribute in large to the economy. So this is the right time for most of us to think on the angles of getting into partnership with the US, try to build up our relation and try to promote our technology and all the sectors that are today concerning in the economy. There might be news that we are listening every day due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. But then the positive news is that the vaccines have started working, the vaccines have started coming into the market. Probably the commercial trial might take few more months. That is a point to be noted. But keeping that at a corner of the mind, what we really need to focus is that by the next 6 months, India should start building strategic relationship with all the leading nations in the world and start concentrating on those sectors where we have not really spent time in terms of development. Now, even if you look into the sectors of shipping, logistics, or probably in supply chain, these are some of the factors where India can start looking into and start building a strategic tie. So once we start concentrating on this and we start building our relationship, our developmental model will start going up and we can become the next manufacturing hub in the world. By saying this, I would like to conclude today's session. Thank you for joining me today on this wonderful session. I hope and believe that this was interesting, educative and informative for you. Please do share your opinions. Please do subscribe to my channel, Economics Made Easy. I would be more than happy to listen to your views and your comments. Thank you once again for joining me today. Goodbye and good luck.